Morning, guys. Welcome to Words from a Friend podcast. I'm your host, Marty Carey, and this is the podcast that follows my book, Words from a Friend, a daily guide to a purposeful life. It's available at Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. We're on a 365-day inner journey together, so happy and grateful to have you along. We're on day 145 of that journey, and today is a two-pager. Likability wins. Likability wins. Well, as I say the word likability throughout this message, likability is love. It's connection. It's connection. There are people that are out there that are connectors. They love to connect. They love to connect with other people, and they love to connect good people with other good people, right? So that's a great way to go about life, is connecting. And on that level, find your tribe there. You really do. It's about love. So likability wins is essentially love wins. Okay. And when you're emanating that, you're going to be walking in truth. You're going to be walking the natural way you intended to come here and walk. Okay. And life can take us out of that many different ways. So easily. You know, the negatrons, the negatrons of life, right? So we got to focus. We got to refocus our lives. What's most important, narrow it down, shuck what no longer belongs, and move forward with what does belong. Well, the light is what belongs, because the light is what brings us everything we need. Okay? All other qualities being equal, likability always wins. You could be at the top of your class, the smartest person in the room, have all the trappings that go with what most people consider success, and still likability will win in the realms of career and personal relationships. Likability is usually a very natural energy. Well, love is the most natural energy it is, because we are love. We are nature. Nature and love are one. Okay? Love and God are one. Truth and God are one. Truth and nature are one. It's the same thing. It's the same substance that creates it all, including us. Likability is usually a very natural energy. It's most oftenly forged from strong, loving family and quality friendships throughout our youth. But it is also something that if we didn't grow up in those circumstances, we give to ourselves, and we learn to do that. Man, I've seen it. And it is a beautiful thing to see. And in many cases, however, people are raised in less than desirable circumstances, and they can become fearful, guarded, closed off, and introverted, just not really wanting to participate in life, and defeated, low and defeated. We've all been there. I've been low and defeated. Man alive, it is no fun. There's no way to live. There's no way to live. Not when you realize who you really are. It would be, you just, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Or worse yet, they take the negative roles and energies of ego influences that they're surrounded by, and the ones they associate with. This negative life conditioning contributes largely to the outer world that is limited due to the lack of personal skills and what you might call a winning personality. In other words, it's a bad attitude. You got to lose the bad attitude. And what is the bad attitude? Bad attitude, right from the bottom, is not loving yourself. It's not loving yourself. When you boil it down, negativity, bad attitude, gossiping about others, all of those lower realms, all equals to not knowing who you really are. If you knew who you really are, you would move right back into that love. You'd move right back into it. You wouldn't even give this stuff a second glance. And yet we're here to recognize that. We're here to realize that. And when we do realize that, we've found our true power to create a way better way forward for ourselves and everybody around us. We found our own love. We found our connection to it. The connection to it. Transmitter, receiver, right to the divine, baby. Right to the divine. You were divine, talking to the divine. You are divine, living within the divine. All right? You are the universe living within the universe, being able to recognize itself as the universe, as that strength, as that beautiful, beneficial presence. That's pretty special. If you're in a life situation now that has lots of drama or low energy and bad personal examples, you must seek a change of scenery. Here's the scenery you got to change first. in here, or else you'll keep recreating the same scenery outside. That's what happens. The outer is created from the inner, your inner world, the one that we spend the most time in our mind. Well, our mind is just a laboratory that we can create from. Okay, we have to use that as a tool. All right, but if we're heart-centered and we're using that mind to create stuff that's from here, that's your true power. That's your true power. You're not darkening the world. You're helping. You're helping. Okay, you're helping yourself first so that you are a help to the world. You're loving yourself first so you can absolutely tell the world why they should love themselves. Get it? It's the awakening. We awaken and we awaken others. That is the purpose. That is all our purpose, is to awaken. You know, these are just reminders. This podcast is merely a reminder to tell you how really super and special you are. Because not everybody gets chosen to come here and do this, to do this job. They don't. So once you recognize that your job is to add light to this place, your own special way, your own unique way, well, get to it. Get to it, spiritual soldier. Get to it. And it's the best of life that you're giving. It is life itself that you're giving. Your beautiful, loving life force. Not a leaky bucket, just being in it, letting that emanate out as an example, and in presence of others or in speaking to others, letting them remember with the tone of truth. The tone. Do you hear the tone of my voice? It's calm, it's centered, it's heartfelt. You're feeling it, right? Feel that silence? That's good stuff. Don't leave that out. Don't leave that out. You got to get into that silence to learn what that heart of yours has to say. It'll start transmitting. It'll start transmitting to you. You go, holy crap, there's things that I needed to get rid of a long time ago. And they're still sitting in there, and love's going to help me let them go. Loving myself is going to help me let them go. All right? So your inner voice screaming for you to find a new job or leave a bad relationship or just seek the upward way, you need to get your house in order and put a few new tools in your box. Well, the biggest tool you put in your box is remembrance. You start your day with remembrance, you put intention into it, and you live it out. You live it out, okay? You'll know what to do and say when you're coming from that frame of mind. Because when you're coming from your ego frame of mind, you're going to speak those old lines, those old words, those old hurts that are still inside of you. You're going to speak through those. You're still going to speak through that stuff that you haven't let go yet. You're going to speak through that anger that you grew up with. You're going to speak through that unless you get hold of it and say, you're not going to wield my life. My love will wield my life from here. Thank you very much for the lessons. I no longer want to live in that pain every day. No, thank you. No, I'm not doing it to myself. That's for sure. That is for sure. I got to let that go. Because when I'm hurting myself, it's inevitable that I hurt others. It's inevitable that I scream out the pain that's still inside of me, the pain body of the ego. That's the part that's still edging God out. Well, you got to let God in. And God's already in. So you just got to let it expand, that light within you. Do the things that light you up. Start creating instead of living in victimhood. Start creating something, anything. You're a creator. Create from that heart. And you'll find the path will show up for you. It will show up for you. It's not something that you have to have everything ready before you start. No. You'll never get started that way if you think you have to have everything ready before you start. When I started this podcast, I flipped it on, grabbed my book and said, I don't know where this is going to go, but I know that God put it in my heart to do more with this book. So I'm not wasting any more time. I'm just doing it. And whatever comes, comes. And so far, what's come has been beautiful. It's been beautiful because I'm sharing the truth and reminding others of the love that they need to hold for themselves so they can let the crap go that we all need to, that I needed to. Okay? So, likability is one of the biggest and you'll need, but what are the ingredients of this energy? Here's some few ingredients that you keep in mind. Be mindful of these. Okay, likability says the following: I will not carry my past and spin my old script of defeat, ugly stories, or fear of the future. I never need to speak of it again. When I do, I put myself back down the ladder. You're bringing up these old stories and you're living them out again. Say you go to a new job, for example, and you start spinning about how all you couldn't deal with all the old workers, and they were just, well, that's just telling them what you're going to be. You're going to be that. It's like, oh, no. No, no, no. You're complaining about the boss and how they were a jerk and all this other stuff, and you're just bringing the garbage in. Good luck with that. You got to come in positive, baby. You got to come in. You can't bring garbage with you. None of that. You got to be a beneficial presence. And that's in your thoughts, your words, and your deeds with everybody around you. If anybody else wants to bring up negativity, you don't have to jump into that pool. You can shift that. What energy do you want to be in? What energy do we want to be around? And if it isn't that, well, look at where you are for a while and see if it's where you want to stay. See if it's where you want to be. Okay? I will be totally open to people and treat them like gold, for that is how I desire to be treated, right? If you're the constant complainer, you're only going to attract other complainers, and that's just going to attract more to complain about. You're attracting it. You're attracting it to you like a magnet. Stop complaining about everything that you actually like to do. You know what I mean? Your chosen profession. You can't just go out there and yip yap and complain about it all day. You're keeping yourself down in your ego, stuck to any new possibilities because you're constantly doubting stuff and you're constantly, oh God, I've seen it all this other stuff. It's yeah, well, are you a beneficial presence there or are you just a curmudgeon? Right? Recognize that in yourself. It's okay. You can leave that behind. You can, little at a time. It's not overnight. Nothing's overnight. Not in this world. Everything's a process. Everything, including your healing, including your path forward. We never get it done. We're just always seeking that growth and from within. And all we have to do is just shine our light on our life in front of us and bring that to it. And you'll see for yourself, you are your own magician. I say it every day. I choose to be a victor and not a victim. A victor and not a victim. Well, remember, we're just visitors. It's like we don't have to be a victim while we're here. We're just visiting. So what are we here to visit with? Think about it. We're not here that long. It's a wink of an eye, right? So you did not come here to complain, to martyr, to watch TV all day. You came here to live. You came here to live. You came here to give some special stuff that God put inside of you that I don't know what it is, but you do. And if you haven't found that yet, you got to just ask God for what it is and sit in that silence for a while and it will come. Ask God for the nudges. They'll come. I'll be true and truthful and give my very best. I will constantly seek to improve myself and my own lot in life. Because when I do that, I'm going to be more giving around me. Okay? It's not just about us, but it is about how we affect those around us. You know, you don't have to care what people think about you, but you should care about how you affect the world and what you're putting out into it as your own fractal of energy. So we have the compassion, the light, we have all of that because that's who we really are. But we can express that darkness inside of us that we keep stuck in there too, like a megaphone. And that just comes right back to kick us right in the nuts. It does. So remember, what do you want? What do you want in your life? What do you want to feel like? How do you want to move? What kind of energy do you want to walk in? And what kind of people do you want to surround yourself with? You got to think about that. And then you have to become it in order for it to happen. All right. I will wear a smile as my main communication tool. It's a big one, simple and always effective. You walk into a door with a smile, everybody automatically is like, dunk. There's something in them that goes, oh, wow, friendly face. Okay, great. We could use one of those in here, right? Friendly face. Friendly is always welcome. Friendly is always welcome. I will be a person of yes and will cooperate instead of compete. I am above no one and I am below no one. We are all equal at the level of the soul. And these, let me turn my phone off. It's beeping. I'm so sorry. All right. I will wear a smile as my main communication tool. I'll be a person of yes and will cooperate instead of compete. You know, lots of times we're in places we want to show people what we can do. So we're automatically in competition mode. Well, sit back, sit back. What would love do? Love would allow the other person to show them the way they want it to show it to you. They're giving you a gift, but you're recognizing it, or your ego is going to take it as competition. It's like, yeah, you think that's good? Let me show you what's better than that. And you're always trying to overtop people. It's no good. That's ego. That's ego. And you're putting other people down by you always trying to top them. All right. And that's no good. Welcoming, inclusive energy. That's love. Ego's the one that separates. Remember, the one that creates the enemies because it has the enemies still inside of them, directing. So that director's got to go. I will embrace change and new challenges as if they were chosen for my best and highest good, because they are. Because they are. And I'll be the change that I want to see in my life, and I will stay determined to remain on this upward path for my lifetime as my way, as my walk back home, as my walk back home. It's the choice, just to be your true, authentic self, the one you came here to be, recognizing that you're an eternal being of light. You come down here to improve this place by improving yourself. Okay? You improve your soul. You lighten it up, and that just, you can't see it. But boy, that's part of the ether. It's part of the ether. It's part of the Akashic records now. You came here with a mission and a purpose, and you're delivering. You're delivering on it. Man, there's no more noble path that you can do, my friend. In every way that you do it, your special way. Your special way. Likability gets the job, the friends, the good life every time. Likability is simply the energy of love. I'm not talking about ego personality, but I'm talking about authentic love. Authentic. All right? You can be vulnerable. You can sit there and cry your face off with others. You don't have a mask on anymore. You don't need it. You don't need it when you realize you're loved. What's better than that? Certainly not the ego. Certainly not the ego in the fakey fake world. Everybody's sick of the fakey fake world. I am so sick of the fakey fake world. And it is just, it's over. And it is crumbling. So let it crumble, right? Let love win. Let love win inside of you. That's the goal. All right. CTA today. Pack this power tool in your box of success and use it to build your day. Before you know it, you'll have built a mansion you can be proud to call your life. A life well lived. A life well lived. All right. Well, this just means you're going with the flow of God's nature, God's speed, of God's plan that you guys put together before you came here. You and God put a plan together. It's in there. It's in your DNA. Wake up to it. Move forward in it. And you'll have a beautiful life, my friends. Beautiful life. So go out and give that expression of yourself today. Put the smile on your face. First order of business. Intentions. Come home satisfied and do your best. That's all you got to do. Much love, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.